Hello everyone, my name is Ella Grace Gaston, and today I'm going to be doing a speech on a heart condition. The reason that I was so drawn to this topic and the reason I wanted to do this speech is because I actually have this heart condition myself. The heart condition I will be discussing is called PVCs. A PVC is a premature ventricular contraction. This pretty much means that I have an extra heartbeat in either the beginning or the end. So for me personally, it's different for everybody, but for me personally, I have an extra heartbeat at the beginning of my heartbeat. It's like if you do an EKG, like my irregular ones are at the very beginning. Like I said, this can be different for everybody, and it also differs by the person, like how frequent they are. So basically what that means is that the sinuses and the ventricles of my heart do not align and work with the electrical currents of my heart. So in your heart, you have the blood that pumps, and then you have an electrical area of your heart that it controls your heart rate, how fast your blood pumps, and mine just don't line up. They don't work together correctly. The reason how I knew that I had this heart condition was it started about 3.5 years ago. I have been a dancer 14 years of my life. I never had any heart problems, never had any kind of health problems really, except for a couple of broken bones here and there. And my junior year of high school, I started noticing that when I would do when I would get halfway through a dance or do a lot of exercise, I started to feel like I couldn't breathe and I couldn't get a deep breath in. It wasn't as frequent as it is now, but it was just just with heavy exercise. I just felt like my chest would get tight. I felt like I couldn't breathe. My heart would go super duper fast, which was abnormal for me. Like I said, I never had problems like this before. So I ended up going to the doctor, and that's when they discovered my irregular heartbeats, or my PVCs. And my PVCs were every 8 heartbeats. So that, it's not good because you're not supposed to have PVCs, but it's not bad. Every 8 heartbeats is spaced out enough to where it wasn't a concern. So they just told me to watch my caffeine intake, when I dance, make sure I'm drinking a lot of water. When I work out, don't go too hard. They taught me some breathing exercises to lower my heart rate. And they gave me a heart monitor I believe I wore it for 3 months. And it's all the little electrodes all over your chest and your stomach, and I change them out once a month or so. And the wires are connected to each one, and anytime I would feel something in my chest, I would press a button and just write down what I was feeling. So for me personally, a PVC feels like when your heart skips a beat. It's kind of like a little flutter in your chest. I can feel it I can definitely feel it. It's not a small thing. So that was about 3 years ago. I turned in my heart monitor. They said I was good, that it was just something that I'd be able to live with and I would be okay. And then I would say probably about 3 weeks ago, I was at work, and I'm a gymnastics coach, so I mess around with the kids, tumble with them a little bit. So I was doing some heavy exercise, and I got a really, really severe pain in my chest. I felt like I couldn't breathe. It made me super sick. I was throwing up, I was exhausted, that whole thing. So I ended up having to go home, and I went to the ER the next day, and every other one of my heartbeats was a PVC. So I would have one normal one PVC, one normal one PVC, which is not good. So I was in the hospital for a little bit. They, gave me fluids. They gave me a pill to slow my heart rate down. But unfortunately, ever since that day, my heart rate has not decreased very much. My resting heart rate is around 100 beats per minute, which if you don't know, your heart rate's supposed to be 80 beats per minute. So my heart is constantly racing all the time. They put me on a beta blocker, and I am scheduling a heart surgery for this summer so I can get it figured out. But yeah, so I just wanted to educate you guys on PVCs.